Welcome back. In this session, we're going to be looking at the various operators that we have within the C sharp. The first one would be the arithmetic operators. The second would be logical operators. We'll also look at the relational operators or the comparison operators. Then we'll look at the assignment operators, then the bitwise operators. We'll then also look at the some of the miscellaneous operators that we have. All right, so let's begin. Let's start with the arithmetic operator. So if I come down here, start with the first one, copy with the number. Great, so something like that. Great. So the various arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, modulus, the increment operator and decrement operator. Sorry, decrement operator. So basically, what arithmetic operators enables us to do is to manipulate numbers. The arithmetic operators, it's the way the compilers manipulate, numbers. So what we're going to be doing is adding numbers, subtracting numbers, multiplying one number with the other, dividing numbers, finding the modulus, the remainder between one number and the other, the increment to increment by unit or reduce by unit and decrement. So let's have a look at them one after the other. I've used some of them unofficially in the previous lesson, but now let's have a proper introduction to them. So let's say that I have an operator A which equals to, let's say, 400, and then I have another one which is also an integer, 500. Sorry, I have 500. Then let's say I have another integer C which is 900, for instance. So let's say we have this sample, then I can have another variable. So I have another variable declared. I have that one to be D, which is now A plus B plus C, just to use the false operator there, plus. Then I can write out to my console so I can see what I've written. Console dot write line, and there I have the answer is, so let's say I'm using the literal, the answer is D. I didn't mean to build, but I build. So let me just cancel the build. I actually wanted to save. Let me cancel the build. So cancel the build because it's going to come as an error. We are not done yet. So go back there. The answer is D. Okay, the answer is D, like this. So we terminate this. We terminate this. This wasn't terminated as well. So we have this. Okay, and okay, this parenthesis is not here. Great. So if we now build now, Control B, just that's what I pressed the other time that I built. So if you use Control B, or you come up here and use your play. So if you do this, so you can see the answer is a D. You see, it just printed out as a string because we did not put our interpolator here. So I need to put this interpolator, the $sign. So if you put it there, then this will be recognized as a variable. Without it, this will be seen as if you're just writing a normal string like that. So if you build again, you would see the So you see 1800, that's what you got there, 1800 as the summation of all of them. Okay. So instead of doing this, if I'm using an interpolator, instead of declaring a new variable d and saving them in it, so I could easily have actually come here and do this. So it wouldn't have made any difference. Would have the same results. So it's just that. So we have this like this because the string interpolator enables us to perform operations within the string literals. Okay, so if we look at that, you can see that we got the same answer. The answer is still 1800. So the same way we use the arithmetic operator, the addition of the arithmetic operators, the same way the subtraction is used. So let's say that here we have a plus b minus c, a plus b minus c. But then what you need to be conscious of is operators precedence. Which operator will take precedence over the other? So some of us who are maybe already familiar with other programming languages, it's pretty the same. But some of us who are not so familiar, I will just mention it and point our attention to this thing. So you have the answer is 0 because you have 4 plus 400 plus 500 minus 900 is essentially 0. So this is the operator precedence. Operator precedence follows something that we call board mass in an elementary mathematics. Board mass. The board mass simply means that when we have a bracket, if you have a bracket is something like this, for instance, something like this. So the operations within this bracket will be treated first. It will be given the topmost priority here. So whatever it is that you have in here will be treated first. Okay, that's within the bracket. And then you have the off. The second one is off. So let's say you have a bracket, and then the bracket is now operating an operand. Let's say an operand A. This would be treated the second. Let's say you have whatever it is we have within the bracket will be treated first, and then what that bracket is directly operating with, and it's usually it's is evaluated as a multiplication, so that's the off of the bracket. And then you have the division. Division follows, your normal division follows, and then as that's operator's precedence, and then you have your multiplication follows. Let me use D. Division follows, multiplication follows, then the addition follows, and then subtraction follows. What are we saying? Now in this expression here, we have two different operators, minus and plus. Which one of them would be operated first? Is this, because it's addition. Addition comes before subtraction. Then this will be treated first. It will be a plus b first. Then their answer will then be operated with minus c. Okay? So take for instance, if you have here, let me say what I have d to be is a times, or let's say a plus b, then times c. Let's say we have something like this, a plus b times c. So if you look at what I said here, this will be treated first, is what we have in the brace, and then their answer will then be multiplied with this. So let's say we equally have, okay, let's do that first. And then here you have your answer to be, let's say what we're printing out here is D instead of that. So if we print out D now, so this will be 400 plus 500 times 900. And then that is the expected answer. If you build that, then you would see the result. So you can see this result is 810,000. That's 900 times 900, right? So like that. Then if you say, let's say we have minus, or let's say plus 200 minus 100, you get. So you will then see that if we build that again, we build that again, and check the result. So you see the result that you got here is 810,100, because you already have this one to be 810,000, then plus 200 minus 100. So that explains a bit of what this is about, and operators precedence. Then going into the modulus. Modulus is used in a number of ways. So one of the use cases that most of the times you see us using modulus for is sometimes if you want to find out if a number is even or odd, so we just simply compare. So because modulus, returns the remainder after a number must have divided the other number. So for instance, if I divide a 3 by 2, 2 goes in 3 one times, and then the remainder will be 1. So if I do that, I could use that to know that, okay, if any number is divided by 2 and then there's a remainder, it means that number is not an even number. So but if there's no remainder, it means that, okay, that number is an even number. So you use it for a number of other logic, but this is just a sample logic that I've said. So for instance, let's say we have int, or let me just write it out directly like that. So let's say we have another console that we are writing. So I just say console dot write line. Then here console dot write line, and we have that to be the modulus of A and B, or yeah, so let's say A and B. A is 400, B is 500. So the modulus of A and B is, so we have something like this. B, say B modulus A, B modulus A. So I was using their value. So this is B, and this is A. B modulus A. So I'm using literal, so it should be like this. Okay, so we have it this way. B modulus A, yeah. Then, so if you run it, so you see that the first answer, which is the first arithmetic that we did, it still remains the same. The modulus of A and B is 100. So that is the expected answer. 400 goes in 500 one times, and the remainder is 100. You have that like that. Okay. So that is a modulus. Just give you the remainder. Haven't divide the bigger number by the smaller number, right? So you have that. Then if you go to the increment and the decrement operators, the increment operators increases a number by a unit, while a decrement operator reduces a number by a unit. For instance, if we have this A that we've got here, so if I come in here and I say A plus plus, so at this point, your A is your A here is 401. The moment I do this is 401. So if I say console log or console.write line A, so what I'm going to be having would be a 401. So let's have it. So you see that. Let me see. So A is now, so we see that A, and then you build it. So you can see what we have here. We see the answer is this. The A is now 401. And then the modulus of A and B is no longer 100, is now 99, because the, you know, A has increased by 1. You get what I mean? So this is A plus plus, he has increased A by 1. Okay? Then A minus minus, the same thing, you would reduce A by 1. Okay, so we use this a lot within a loop logic. You are going to be using it a lot in your loop to increment number within the loop. Let's say for in or for each, and even for loop as well. So let's see minus. So let's say here I say B minus minus. So when I say B minus minus, what I simply do, what I've done here is I've removed 1 from this 500, and then what we have, what we'll be having will be 499. What we'll be having will be 499. So if I log this as well, so B is now B. So you realize that B would be 499. So we build that. So that see what you got. You have your A is 41 and B is 499. This is a bit of what arithmetic operators are. So let's look at the logical operators. Let's look at the logical operators.